Yes, Tom! Yes, Tom!
Bro, there ain't no way that turret goes there. I'll clear these mines for you guys. So I wanted to know if I could still compete at the highest level of Brawl Stars in Europe without really playing the game for 2 months. So I decided to unretire for a day. As for my teammates, they're going to be my good friends Kirst and KC, who are both very, very good players. But before we get into the rest of the video, today's video was sponsored by Stumble Guys. Stumble Guys is a free-to-play multiplayer game where you jump into a battle with 31 other players. You have to compete between 3 rounds, and if you are the last one remaining, you're going to be able to claim yourselves a victory crown. The games are super quick. You can also customize your stumblers with a ton of different skins and emotes. In the new update, there are 2 types of new maps, including the Rush Hour map and also the new NFL map. So Stumble Guys just partnered with the NFL to bring you new maps and 14 new NFL stumblers, which is super cool. Also in the new update, there's a new friend list feature, which means you can see when your friends are online and also invite them to play, which is super exciting. There's also a ton of new stumblers coming this month, including Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, and also a ton of different emotes and footsteps. So if you want to join in on all the fun, make sure to go ahead and download Stumble Guys using my link in the description. And let's get back into the video. So round 1, we got a free win. We had to play against a team called OM 1899, which were complete random. So I decided to pick a very, very good brawler, Dynamite, and we ended up winning the first game pretty easily. No way.
They spawned in each spawn.
What are they doing? Come on. That's nice. Unlucky.
Fly out. Bro,
Yeah.
see, this is why we are the best drafters in EU at the moment, bro.
Why am I actually like? Is that mine too?
You have 7 stars. I'm gonna have 0. How about that?
But then I ran into some difficulty in the second game. I started lagging. Me and KC, wow, just watch this.
There's no way I got a kill like this. No!
Oh!
Oh no.
Oh no.
They were probably the ones playing it.
That's a cute one.
I'll clear these mines for you guys.
I'll get
I'm trying to come back, but I actually just had to stop Wi-Fi.
Bro, we
Actually
the
lost.
game.
So yeah, we ended up losing the second round, and yeah, we had to sweat for the last one for sure. But of course, we focused up and ended up clutching up the win in the final game. Sorry, I needed to just play that. After the first game in Heist, we absolutely destroyed them. I steamrolled them. But then things got a little bit close in the next one.
Smack that.
I'm lagging so we ended up winning by 8%. And of course, we were pretty happy. And I secured my first win since retiring. Then we got into the third round, and we had to face SK, which is one of the best teams in Europe. And it's safe to say we found it pretty funny. Add super, I can get him out.
Yeah, good crash.
So things were going okay the first game, but then we kind of fell apart. Add super. Yeah, he's pretty dead. It's top left somewhere. My bad. Then, to be honest, the second game, we got destroyed. Then we jumped into the next map. We managed to have a decent start, getting the blue star. I managed to get my super, and I actually managed to take out Yoshi, but then I ended up getting traded by Kale. And yeah, me and Curse ended up going down. We ended up losing, but that's fine. We were still in good spirit. So after losing to SK, we were now down into the lower bracket, which meant one more loss in morale. So in the fourth round, we had to play a team called the Unicorns, which I never heard of. So map 1 was Heist on Pit Stop. And we ended up winning the first game pretty comfortably. Next up is Hot Zone on Open Zone.
Really bad, bro. Fall them onto the pad there.
things started off amazingly well. We got off to a huge lead. And we managed to close out the first game with them only taking 3%. 5% battery. I'm stuck on a... Whoa. Ah!
Back to his house.
So we ended up taking the dub in round 4.
99, then fuck it, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Go out.
No.
Go out.
So in round 5, we had to face a team called Memories World, which we'd never heard of. Map 1 was knockout on Out in the Open. Hey, they're all one, bro. There's no way. There's no way.
I missed.
In the next round, I ended up going down early and leaving my teammates in a 2v3. In the first round of the next game, my game bugged for some reason, but luckily my teammates were still able to win. In the next round, we started off by getting an early kill, but then I went down, leaving my teammates in a 2v2. And luckily, my teammates were able to win, which meant that the score was 1-1. Somehow, a nanny head managed to find me in a ton of grass. And unfortunately, my teammates could not clutch the 2v3, which they were unfortunately not able to clutch. And we ended up losing, so we were 1 round away from losing the first set. And things started off pretty slow in the next round before Casey got his gene pull. Then Cursed again with one of his jumps into a mine. Casey misses his pull. I get super, and then this happens.
Give me this. Yes, Tom! Yes, Tom! Yes, Tom!
Why do it keeps saying connection lost every second? The next set was gem grab on double swoosh, and things started off well with us getting an early 5 gem lead.
Okay, I got left again. Nice.
And then Casey ended up dying with all the gems, so we ended up taking an L in the first game of gem grab. And again, things started off pretty okay. Bro, there ain't no way that turret goes there.
Okay, I wasted them. Nice.
Then, unfortunately, later on in the game, the Janet ended up, and unfortunately, we were not able to clutch things up, leaving it 1-1 in sets. The final set was Heist on Bridge Too Far. And things did not start well. I started lagging really badly. And with quite a bit of time gone, things were looking pretty even. Luckily, I managed to take down Otis on the right lane and ended up getting a ton of damage. And unfortunately, my lag was not really getting better. Nice. And we eventually managed to take down their safe to give us the 2-1 lead in sets, which meant we were into the next round. Boys. In round 6, we had to face one-trick ponies consisting of Lars, Jaime, and Filippo, who are all very good players. And somehow we managed to win the first game. We're winning this. I haven't lagged this much in my life.
Is it my bad, bro? I misclicked my gadget.
We couldn't find a kill to retake the lead, leaving it 1-1 in the set. I am lagging again, a similar degree. One. And while we tried, we ended up getting destroyed in the last game and ended up losing the set 2-1. And things went from bad to worse, and we started getting destroyed. And unfortunately, they extended their lead and then ended up winning, leaving us knocked out. So back to the retirement home for me. Well done, lads.